Now we come to the second part of this lecture is stereochemistry and the biological activity. The enantiomers are extremely important, essential in the biological and medicinal chemistry. As you can see the 3-point model of the drugs receptor interaction, you can see this molecule have the chirality, all have the same different um, uh, molecules, right? So if for example this one, it can be matched with the receptor, can bind easily, but in this one, right, this is the both are the mirror images, right? So or the different conformer of this molecule, right? So you can see it cannot match with the receptor, so it cannot activate or functionalize this or there will be no interaction between the drug and the receptor, right? So this you can see in case of here this R adrenaline binding receptor, so this aromatic bind with aromatic and then OH, right, bonding, and then this NH is easily can bind. But S isomer, you can see aromatic can bind, NH can bind, but OH have different orientation, right, different stereochemistry, right? So that's why you can see the stereochemistry play a very important role in the binding of the molecule, right? So in this one also, this in this one the carbon have the different stereochemistry, right? They are enantiomers to each other, mirror images, right, non superimposable mirror images. This cannot bind with the receptor, but this can bind easily with the receptor because the one enantiomer have all pockets to bind with the receptor, but second another enantiomers have different orientation of the function of this groups, different orientation or different stereochemistry. They cannot able to bind with the uh, uh, with this uh, enzyme. So you can see this, if let's say for example there in the molecule one part of the molecule have the chirality, second part have no chirality, which can bind with the receptor for a chiral part of the molecule, the second part of the molecule which can have the chirality, which can bind with the receptor, with the specific chiral centers, right? So you can see X bind with X, Y bind with Y, and Z binds with Z. So molecules have one chiral part and the one achiral part. Chiral part can bind with chiral part of the enzyme, and achiral part will bind with the achiral part of the molecule. Now you can see the example of the drug receptor interaction of R epinephrine and S epinephrine, right? So in case of the R and S, what is different is the stereochemistry of the stereogenic center, which is the hydroxyl group. In this one, is this hydroxyl can bind with this part of the receptor, but here the stereochemistry of this hydroxyl group is opposite to as compared to this molecule, right? So it cannot able to bind at this site, right? So R epinephrine can bind with the receptor, whereas the S cannot bind because of the opposite stereochemistry of the carbon, right? Stereochemistry of this carbon stereogenic center. So in case of the N-methyl dopamine, you can see this hydroxyl group is bind to, but here is the stereogenic center. There is no hydroxyl group, cannot be bind with this receptor, right? So this you can see that the stereochemistry, how much the stereochemistry of the molecule can play an important role in binding with the receptor, right? The stereochemistry also play an important role in the binding, right? So you can see in case of this the hydroxyl group, right, orientation is at the down, right? So it can bind with this part of the enzyme, but if let's say the orientation will be different, right, if opposite orientation, then it will not able to bind with the hydrogen bond through this part of this enzyme. So that's how this stereochemistry play an important role in the receptor binding, right? So opposite stereochemistry will result it in the lacking of the bonding with this part of the molecule, or the binding of the molecule with the receptor, right? So somehow you can see these are the two isomers, the same molecule with a different stereochemistry, or they are the mirror images, non-superimposable mirror images. So one is the Darvon, and second one is this Novrat, right? So Darvon, you can see both enantiomers have entirely different activity, right? So only the stereochemistry of the carbon stereogenic center can differ the activity of the molecule. So Darwin, which is the plain killer, right? In its enantiomer, this Novrat is the anti-curve agent. So here you can see that stereochemistry means a lot for the biological activity of the molecule. So now the pharmacological properties of enantiomers, only one enantiomer can active, you can see for a specific activity. So both enantiomers also show the essential identical activity. So and then both enantiomer have similar activity, but one enantiomer can have the more activity. So these are the different characteristics of the enantiomer. So an enantiomer have showed the different pharmacological activity, entirely different. We have seen previously the example. For example, you can see in the ibuprofen. In case of the ibuprofen, exists in two isomer, but the S isomer is treating pain, right? In case of the L-DOPA, right, only R configuration is used for the treatment of Parkinson disease, right? So only one enantiomer is active. This is the example of this one enantiomer active, right? This one is this hyoscyamine, right, which is the relative anticholinergic activity, right? So this one is the configuration S, which is have the anticholinergic activity, right? So hyoscine R and hyoscine R and S. So this one R is as compared to R, S isomer, enantiomers have the anticholinergic activity. Only one isomer, right? So but out of these two enantiomers, in this one you can see in this carbon, right? So both enantiomers have similar activity, whether it is plus or minus. In case of this thalidomide, right? So the both are enantiomers, right? So mirror images, right? So they one is used for the antidepressant activity, the second one is the mutagenic activity, right? So both enantiomers have the different activity. In case of this R naproxen and S naproxen, S1 is the is active one and R is not, right? So these are the these are the some of the example in which in some cases one isomer is only active. In some examples we have seen the both enantiomers have the similar activities, and some example we have seen only the enantiomers both enantiomers have entirely different activities, right? So these are the example of some chiral drugs. Why these are the chiral drugs? Because it contain the chiral carbon. That's why they are the chiral drugs. So these are some of the chiral drugs, right? Antimuscarinic examples, right? So these are all are the examples of the chiral drugs. So these are also some of the example of chiral drugs. They contain the stereogenic center or chiral center, which will produce the chirality in a molecule. So these are some of the examples of local anesthetic, and the alpha 2 adrenergic agonist and beta adrenergic agonist. So these are all the stereoisomer with specific activities and toxicity. So so some contain one chiral center and some contain the two chiral center. And this one you can see these two chiral centers. These are also the membrane constituting chiral phospholipids and sterols. All have the chiral centers, right? So these are also example of some chiral molecules, right? So these are also example of some chiral biaryl, right? As you see, I've told you that in the previous slide, I've mentioned that the chirality is because of the strict rotation of the carbon single bond. So strict rotation because of the bulky group. So these all are contained the biaryl, means two aryl, one aryl and second one, one aryl and second one. All molecules have the this bi-aryl, but the rotation is restricted because of the presence of hindered groups, right, which restrict the rotation of carbon-carbon single bond and create the chirality in a molecule. So these are all the examples of axial chiral bi-aryl natural products and active drugs. So here this is only one example of possible interaction between the bupivacaine enantiomer with the cholesterol containing membrane. So this one is the cholesterol, this one is the bupivacaine, right, and this is the phospholipids, right. So this is the interaction of this hydrogen with this one, right, and these are the interaction between the R plus bupivacaine cane and then the S the bupivacaine, right. So these are the different interaction in case of both enantiomers. So now the stereochemistry and the drug action. So stereochemistry play, as we have seen that these enantiomers having the different both enantiomers have the same uh, mm, structural formula but different in their mirror images, right. So unlike the enantiomers, the diisomers exhibit different physiochemical properties, right. For example, diisomers have different melting point, boiling point, solubility, and the chromatographic behavior. That's why the diisomers can easily be separate out through the standard chemical separation, but enantiomers cannot separate out easily. We need the chiral environment in order to separate the enantiomers, because both enantiomers have same physiochemical properties. The physiochemical properties of the drugs also depend on not only the functional group present in a molecule but also the spatial arrangement in a molecule. You can see this example in this one, a spatial arrangement. This molecule can bind with this receptor, right. They have this phenolic one bind here, hydroxyl here, and then this one is the secondary amine. But in this one, the orientation of this group is different. It cannot able to bind with this receptor, right. Hydroxyl bind with the this secondary amine place, and the secondary amine will be bind with the primary this hydroxyl group, right. So different orientation in a group can interfere the binding in a with a receptor. So protein and other biological targets are also asymmetric in nature, because that's why the uh, e, one enantiomer can bind with the receptor and one enantiomer cannot bind with the receptor. So the functional group within the drug molecule are located in a proper 3-dimension orientation. That's why the drug can participate in multiple key interaction with the biological targets. So enantiomers are introduced into the asymmetric or chiral environment such as human body. So our human body having the chiral environment. That's why one enantiomer can bind, one enantiomer cannot bind with the, or having one specific activity, other will have not that activity. So if you can this can lead to the significant difference in the this pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics behavior, resulting in the adverse side effect or toxicity. For example, the individual isomer in the racemic mixture can exhibit different significant difference in absorption, especially active transport, serum, protein binding, and metabolism. So as it relates to the drug metabolism, it is certainly possible that only one isomer can convert into toxic and other isomer can influence the metabolic of another drug. The stereochemistry can have profound effect on both sides, the pharmacokinetics and the pharmacodynamics. Very specific 3-dimension requirement must be satisfied for the compound to effective act as a agonist. So you can see this one example of we have the example of the enantiomers, right. So this norepinephrine have the identical molecular weight. These two molecules have identical molecular weights and lipid solubility and imperial formula, but there's one isomer which is the 1s 1R and 2s is approximately 100 times more potent than the 1s and 2r. So you can see the both enantiomers have the difference in the activity. So if there are two chiral carbons, so meaning that there is possibility of four diisomers, right? Diisomers, because it has four. It has two chiral carbons, right? So both enantiomers have both enantiomers as well as diisomers have the different pharmacological profile. In case of the labetalol, right, so you can see this, it also have the two chiral center, means four diisomers, so it has four diisomers. So it has this molecule have adrenoreceptor blocking agent activity. So one isomer, which is the RR isomer, count for much interaction with the beta receptor rather than whereas the S and R isomer, which is the S and R isomer, has greater effect on alpha adrenoreceptor. So you can see different this RR and SR are both are the diisoisomer. So one have the ability to bind with the beta receptor, the second one have the ability to bind with the SR isomer, and the SS isomer, which is this one, right, has some adrenoreceptor blocking activity, but no activity at the beta adrenoreceptor, right? And the RNS, which is this one, right, RNS is essentially devoid for of the activity for both alpha and beta adrenoreceptors. So you can see all four diisomers have different affinity with the different adrenergic receptors. This is stoichiochemistry on the drug action with the geometrical isomer. You can see this one is the geometrical isomer, one is Z and one is E, right? This here is the E and Z is on the basis of this nitrogen and nitrogen, if that's right. So over there, one is the prolidine group, this one, and one is the pyridine group, right? So if these groups are same orientation, they have the Z, and if they have the opposite orientation or antiplanar to each other, they are E conformer, right? So the E isomer of this tripolidine is more active. This one is more active, more active both in vitro and in vivo. So indicating the distance between the this prolidine group, this one, and the this pyridine group is crucial for the binding with the receptor. So means if they are on same plane, they have difficult to bind with the H1 receptor antagonist, H1 receptor, rather than if let's say they are antiplanar or they have opposite or E configuration, then it can easily bind with H1 receptor and act as a antagonist. This one is the stoichiochemistry of cholinergic ligand. So this is the different conformation of acetylcholine. Out of these, only this conformation, which is a synclinical, would be stabilized by the interaction between this nitrogen, quaternary nitrogen, and this carbonyl oxygen. So this conformation is the most stable conformation in case of the acetylcholine. So muscarinic and nicotinic activity of cis and trans isomers. So out of these two isomers, cis ACTM and trans ACTM, the trans one is more stable as compared to the cis. So these are, so you can see here how much the configuration have interfere or means for the drug activity. So this is isochemistry of beta adrenergic antagonists. So these are the two structure. One is the two structures. One is the aryl oxypropanolamine, and the second one is aryl ethanolamine. So if let's say we put this molecule onto this one, then this one will be the overlapping condition, right? So only this part is not overlapping. This part is different as compared to this molecule and this one, right? So the structure, but the activity of these molecules are these molecules are, both molecules are same, because of same, uh, which resulted there is this dotted one do not overlap because it is not necessary to the receptor binding. So both molecule have or the same activity, but having different functional role. This one is stereochemistry of this antipsychotic and the anxiolytic drugs. So this one can see it contains 7-membered benzodiazepine, right? So 7-membered ring. It has this two conformation, right? So but these are both are the two, and both are enantiomers to each other, right? A and B. But these are the two conformation in case of this molecule, which have the doesn't have any chiral, but this molecule have the same activity. So here the stereochemistry of beta lactam. In case of the beta lactam ring, so you can see the penicillin derivative. This is beta lactam ring. Both the stereochemistry of the chiral carbon should be the cis stereochemistry in case of all beta lactam antibiotic. You can see the example here. This one also, this amoxicillin. This is the becampicillin, right? All have the stereochemistry says, right? So you can see if there is a trans, then it will be not active. So this you can see how the stereochemistry effect on the drug activity. All the molecule have, all the drugs have the cis stereochemistry rather than the trans. And this one is the bicyclic ring system. Is in case of here is large because of the torsion angle, the tension angle between the 4-membered and the 5-membered. Where as a result of this one, the molecule can attain this conformation. But the stereochemistry of the hydrogen is the cis stereochemistry. In case of the cephalosporin also, you can see the stereochemistry of this beta lactam ring, which should be the cis. In case of cephaloglycine, this and then the cefdinir, all have the same the cis stereochemistry rather than the trans at beta lactam site. Stereochemistry of tetracycline in antibiotic. So these you can see this one is structure of this tetracycline. These are all are the stereogenic center in case of the tetracycline, right? So the carbon at 4, this 4 and 4a, this 4 and 4a, 5, 5 and 5a, and 6 and 12a. The stereochemistry, they are the potential chiral, right? So all have the stereochemistry is like this. You can see in case of the tetracycline, the stereochemistry at here this one 4 alpha is alpha stereochemistry, and here is at this carbon at 4 position, the stereochemistry is opposite. You can see on opposing the stereochemistry, the molecule will be inactive in case of beta rather than the alpha. Alpha 1 is the active one, right? So these stereochemistry play a very important role in order to have the activity in a molecule. So in case of this oxytetracycline, which is this one, and the doxycycline, each have the 5 alpha hydroxyl group, right? So 5 alpha hydroxyl group is this can see 5 alpha hydroxyl group, right? So this one and here is this one is having the 5 alpha hydroxy substituent, have 6 asymmetric center, other than the other have the this 5 stereogenic center. So this one having the stereogenic center extra, right, at this part. So in stereochemistry of local anesthetic, so in case of the local anesthetic also, the stereochemistry play an important role. In case of this prelocaine, right, the R and S have the both have the both are the enantiomers, right? So one isomer R is active as compared, the S isomer are more active as compared to the more biologically active as compared to the R isomer, right? So These are, so this molecule have the local anesthetic efficacy, right? So at this serogenic center should be the alpha, right? So this bupivacaine, so S isomer are more biological active as compared to the R1. So these are this one is R, this one is the S, and this one is R. Both are enantiomers. One is active, one is more active as compared to the other. The stereochemistry of the central and this analgesic, right? So in case of this morphine with 4-phenyl piperidine, so this one is piperidine ring, this 4-phenyl. The stereochemistry is 5R, 6S, 9R, 9R. So because of the stereogenic center, right? So the in case of pentacyclic or this opioid, so pentacyclic is 1 A B C, this one this one is A B C D and E. That's why it is a pentacyclic opioid. The BC is cis fused. So in case of this in case of pentacyclic opioid, the cis fuse is tenfold more active potential than the BC trans system. Means cis system is more active as compared to the trans system. In case of the this tetracyclic morphinins, which have the cis isomers is more twofold active than the trans one. So this can show that how much stereochemistry can alter or interfere the or play a very important role in the activity of the molecule. So in case of this stereochemistry of the drug proton pump inhibitor, this I have shown you the previous slide that the sulfur is chiral because of the lone pair of electrons, this chiral sulfur atom, right? So this one is the example of omeprazole S and omeprazole R, right? So these are both are the enantiomers, right? The only the R enantiomer R enantiomer is the cleared metabolism or can metabolize by the cytochrome enzyme rather than the S1. So you can see the how much the stereochemistry can play a very important role in case of the drug activity. So from the lecture we have learned that stereochemistry is of the critical importance to drug action because the shape of the drug molecule is an important factor in determining how it interacts with the various biological molecules, for example enzymes and receptor that it encounters in the body. So and then we have seen in the lecture that the chiral environment in the molecule is very much important in order to create the chirality in the molecule. Then we have learned the enantiomers and the diisomers. What are enantiomers and what are the diisomers? The only the difference is the enantiomers is the non-superimposable mirror images, and the diisomers are have no mirror image, right? And then the enantiomers have same physiochemical properties while the diisomers have the different physiochemical properties. Then we have learned the configurational isomer, in which we learned that how to assign the stereochemistry of the chiral carbon R or S. Then we have seen the conformation of different molecules when they have the rotation of the molecule in carbon-carbon single bond, right? Then we have seen some of the examples of the chiral drugs and what is the role of the chirality, or what is the role of two different enantiomers or the same compounds have the same molecular formula but different in the different in the spatial arrangement, right? So they have entirely different biological properties, right? Then we have seen that how the stereochemistry play an important role in the receptor binding, So for example, if let's say one enantiomer can have strong ability to bind stronger with one receptor, the other enantiomers have less ability or do not have any ability to bind with that receptor. So and then we have seen the drug activity also is because the binding is totally uh, responsible for the drug activity. For example, we have seen the one enantiomer is active and the other the enantiomer of the same molecules doesn't have any activity. And then we have seen that some compounds which cannot have able to isolate in case of the enantiomers, right? Where the racemine mixer can have the activity. So this is all about the role of the stereochemistry in the drug activity. So if you have any question, you are very much welcome to ask the question related to this topic. Thank you very much.